And we're live.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on here, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect and how it affects them and the price of milk. Thank you. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe down below.
Hey guys, welcome to another great, exciting Mandela Effect show. We're going to be talking about several Mandela effects that are brand new tonight. We want to welcome everyone from my channel and Sandy Diva's channel. Welcome everyone, as well as people from Teresa's Facebook group. So if you're watching out there, welcome. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome, everyone. And just to let you know, I'm going to be hopping back and forth between my channel and Brian's channel's chat. So give me a minute. If you're on my channel, I'll be there in a minute. Going back and forth on my iPad.
Okay, here we go. All right. Can everybody see that? That's our first Mandela effect tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So credit for this one goes to Amazon Lion, aka Heather. It's dealing with Jellystone Park. Another Hanna-Barbera character has changed. This time it's Boo Boo from Yogi Bear. So anyways, which color bow tie do you remember? Purple, blue, or red? One, if you say it was purple, I want you to post in the chat. One, if it's purple. Two, if it's blue. Three, if you remember red.
And I will read out what my chat says. And one of you can read out what your chat's saying.
Sandy, do you see yourself as live?
I do. I have my own chat happening right now.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Super Mario Brothers 3 and Rudy P watching right now.
Oh, are they on both?
Are they? Can you see them in Brian's chat?
Yep.
You can?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to go back and forth. Okay. Heading on over to Brian's chat.
So we have 3, 2, or 3, not purple. 3, 1, and 3.
I can't see them on Brian's chat. Maybe it's because it's my channel.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't see them either.
So we're seeing, well, we have all of the answers, but 3 is the number 1.
I'm going back to my channel.
Sandy, what is the name of your channel? Is it just called Sandy Diva?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Rudy P
yeah,
is not
wow.
sure.
That is awesome. It is real. I see you. It's broadcasting. It's actually working.
Yes, it is. Sorry, guys. It's the first time we're doing this, so we're like trying to figure it out.
Yes. So anyway, so how many people say 1, how many 2s, and how many 3s? I want to know.
We only have 1, and there's 1, 2, 3, possibly 4. And animals, not sure he's either 2 or 3.
I don't know why, but I'm leaning toward 1.
I'm a 2.
2 for me.
Remember, I have a duel on this. I want to say 1 is what I remembered like a long time ago, but 3 sticks out in my mind. So they both look like they fit to me. Like I remember it being one color and the other color as well. I think red, because most of the time red is like the typical color of a bow tie, but I remember it being purple.
Esther, there is a brand new StreamYard bug. I need you to go in your audio settings and put it on automatic.
Yeah, Esther is sounding robot-y.
No, she's crackly. It's the StreamYard bug. As soon as you put on automatic, it'll go away.
Do that one. I'll try.
So Joe Bloor is having a dual memory of yellow and purple.
Right, does
And
that?
thank you for subscribing, Joe.
Somebody said yellow.
Yeah, that was Joe Bloor.
Oh, sorry, I was
It's okay.
adjusting the thing. And does it sound better?
Much better.
Okay. All right, my son also's leg is on my computer. Go away. He refuses to
Okay.
sleep.
Ready to move on to see?
We are.
Okay, so both Hebrew and Sandy remember both blue, but Heather remembers red. In the 3D animated movie, his bow tie is still blue. However, during the entire run of the cartoons and comics, most toys and collectibles, officially his tie is purple, which none of us have ever seen before. Do you remember purple?
And a
Now,
couple of
I
you
was
do.
thinking purple. I was leaning toward purple. I mean, but then again, I don't know when it changed,
Well, don't worry, there's more to this. So if you're not affected by this one, you might be affected by the next one.
Okay.
Most people
And
remember red, so.
yeah, red represents this red border around these photos represent the current reality. That's what he looks like now with the purple.
And I would argue at the bottom left looks like a dark blue, but you're already off that
Hey,
slide.
boo boo, how about another picnic basket?
Yeah, it did look blue.
Remember, Yogi's, it looks like it's green. Yogi's is green.
Yes.
He has a
Not
long
always, though.
tie. Okay.
I mean, I've seen it a couple other ways. It should always be green, though.
Yeah, but there is reality residue where it's showing that it's blue, as you can see. By the way, Teresa, can you verify that you're streaming live in your group? Is she streaming live in her group? We didn't get to verify that.
Well, let me go on mute.
I didn't get any notification saying it went live.
I'm impressed that 7 of my subscribers have shown up. Oh, now it just dropped to 4. With no notification, no idea that we were going to go live on my channel. I appreciate them so much.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's when you can tell like the real fans show up even when you don't have any notice at all. Like,
And that is why if they talk, they'd see they all have wrenches now.
there's residue for the blue bow tie. And the red Heather remembers is difficult to find, but it led Sandy to 2 other possible changes.
Oh.
So have you ever seen Yogi with a blue hat and a blue tie? Because in early episodes he did and Boo Boo had a pink tie. Has anyone ever seen this before?
I don't remember the pink one at all, but
That looks weird, man.
And look, do you notice that Yogi is a blue tie and a blue hat and an orange hat? Do you see the variation happening?
oh, just to answer your question, Brian, is we're live streaming on Facebook as well. I just checked it.
Sweet. So it is working.
Yeah, that's why you heard some overlap because it kept playing even though it wasn't on the page.
Yeah, and I realize we are streaming kind of late tonight. We will get better as we go on, especially next week. We will be more closer to like streaming an hour before we are now. So, anyways, that is strange with the pink tie. Another possible change has to do with Cindy Bear. She used to be blue too, and I'm noticing a Mandela pattern here.
Yeah, this is why I don't remember her blue.
Have you ever seen any episodes with a blue Cindy Bear? This is completely new.
To me.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone remember a blue Cindy Bear?
I always remember her kind of being gray or something.
She's different shades of brown depending on the year.
Gray or brown, yeah. I could see that, not blue.
I don't remember her blue at all.
I don't remember her at all.
Not only that, Cindy is depicted in many shades of brown and even her newer appearance as blue. So the green is the residue where she's showing up brown here. The green border around these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that Sandy does this because anything that changes, we've caught it before, right, Sandy?
We
Where
have.
residue has changed and it was colored in green, and we knew it was residue, and then it changed. It happens all the time in the Mandela world. I just remember a grayish light tan. Her color was always consistent for me and never ever blue. So, are any or all of these changes for you as well? In my past, there was never this much variation. Once a character was made or designed, they may be updated, but their colors always stayed the same.
They did. Always in my past. It's okay if you haven't seen this, Rudy. There's much more
Yeah, that's
tonight.
okay. We got more coming.
We're actually going to stop and skip over to Teresa's stuff, right? Before moving on?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll go ahead and do that.
I am going to really quickly leave my chat just to check out the Facebook.
Okay.
For those of you just joining us, this is the first time we're streaming in multiple places. So it's brand new for us. We're still learning. And this is really neat.
Yes, and me both me and Sandy were playing around with different streaming services, streaming apps. One that we played around with was Melon, and Melon was like probably going to be our first or second choice. But then we decided to keep with StreamYard and just upgrade it, and that way we can stream to multiple platforms. So Teresa posts in her group here. You guys see this? You see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little small, but yeah, we can see it.
All right, let me make it a little bit bigger here. All right, how's that? Okay, so this is Teresa's Mandela Reality Residue Hunters group, or MRRH, as we call it. Teresa posts, when do you remember QR codes coming out? Supposedly they came out in 1994. I don't remember it going that far back. So in 1994, the Denso Wave, then a division of Denso Corporation, announced the release of its QR code. QR in the name stands for quick response. Did you guys know that? That may come up as a trivia question at some point, so you might want to keep that in mind. The QR in the name, again, stands for quick response, expressing the development concept for the code, whose focus was placed on high-speed reading.
I don't remember it going back that far.
And Sue made an interesting point here. Thank you, Sue, for making that comment. What would have scanned it with back then? How would you have scanned this code? Okay, now most phones actually have the QR scanner built into their camera, whereas years ago you had to download an app to be able to scan them. So they're getting easier to read now. Here's another one in Teresa's group that she posted.
Before you go any further,
Sure.
Grand Tour Richard remembers QR codes around 2014 and 2015. I thought, and Mandela Effect says, I thought it was in 2010s, and I have to agree with both of them.
That's what I thought too. That's really strange.
Me too. Same, 2010 or so.
Yeah. Now, what color do you remember Elizabeth Montgomery, Samantha's eyes from Bewitched being? I'm finding 3 different variations of the answer. Google says her eyes are green, but I'm also finding articles where they're brown or blue. What do you remember? Now, I remember them being blue.
Me too.
I thought she had blonde hair and blue eyes.
I thought she had brown eyes or like a hazel type.
Really? I mean, it's hard to tell with the black and white, but then we had color later on in the episodes. They're saying she was blonde hair, green eyed.
So blue for Grand Tour Richard. Mandanimal says blue. But I don't remember her having blue eyes.
No, it was she had blue eyes to me.
Yeah, Joe says blue, bright blue. Mandela affected green hazel.
Yeah, it could have been like I see here. Look, she's depicted here with brown eyes. Uh,
I remember being a little bit lighter than that, but I do remember her having like a like I said, almost like a hazily eye
yeah,
because it
this
was.
is how I remember here. To me, she had the blue eyes.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, see,
remember
Me
that doesn't
too.
look
green.
right to me. Brown eyes for high
Sandy, what do
pockets.
you remember? You remember green?
Yes, I do.
One big ear. Yeah, I
I
don't remember.
remember blue,
Blue.
and I've only ever seen it in color, and I remember very clearly her having blue eyes.
She looks like the lady who played Sarah Connor, doesn't she?
A little. She looks like her there with her hair pulled back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudy P says brown for me. Mandela Affected says green hazel. Grand Tour Richard says blue. You know it's a Mandela Effect when everybody remembers everything differently.
Your mom says
Yep.
green, Brian.
My mom said green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's all of them. I've just cycled through again. Yeah, to Flickr, and we can continue on. Thanks, Teresa. Those are all really awesome shares there.
Yes.
Thank you for that. What do you guys think about those in the chat? Those of you who are just joining us again, welcome. Welcome to the channel.
Did they have
Please.
contact lenses back then?
They did,
Oh,
but it was the hard contact lenses, and they were basically only used for
Sandy.
theater and movies. Yes.
Sandy, aren't we moving into year 6 now?
Not me. I think it's year 5. It was
Well,
December 2018.
that's
I
when
mean,
you started with me, right? But
when I
before
started
that,
with you, yes.
yeah,
I
we
was doing
started.
stuff before that, just
I
not
think
on YouTube.
I think my channel started with Mandela Effects back in 2017.
Was it
2017, yeah, early 2017, I want to say.
So then, yes, you're on year 6.
That's crazy. I can't believe it. I tell you what, though,
Going on almost. I think about 4.5 years for me. So, wow.
it's a real blessing, knowing everyone in the community, and we're all, you know, everybody's been very supportive, of especially if you're Mandela affected, and you you don't know where to turn to. I mean, that's where Teresa's group comes in play. I mean, you know, you might feel lost. I did at first. I didn't know how to connect with anybody, and look where we are today. I mean, Teresa's got like almost 3,000 people in her group, doesn't she? Something like that.
Yes.
That's insane. So we have another change here. It looks like with Mickey Mouse. Is that right? That's our next one, Sandy.
No, it's not a change. A couple years ago, I talked about the Mandela variation effect, where in my past, when Mickey was in his shorts, he was always in red shorts, and his shoes were always the yellow color, and the buttons were gold for me, and he always had white gloves when he was dressed like this. I mean, he was in other outfits too, but when he dressed like this, the colors were consistent. And I talked about how now you find them in all different colors. I'm talking about cartoons, souvenirs, toys, comic books, all different colors. Well, this is new things I found that were crazy colored. For example, the bottom left, he has purple buttons. Purple. He's got green shoes in the top right. Also, that hole in the hand, which, if you missed that show, that is because the glove is supposed to be buttoned shut, and that's the hole it makes. I've never seen the hole in his hand before. He's blue on the left, and he's wearing striped pants on the right with brown shoes. So it's just, these are just new images of craziness that shouldn't exist. So you can go through these quickly, Brian. There's no words. So here's all yellow. Mickey in yellow shorts.
Right there, he kind of looks like the reverse Flash from the Flash.
And check out the blue eyes in the bottom right. So here we have a lemon yellow Mickey in
He's
the
a
top
Rudolph
right with a
Mickey.
red nose. Yep, Rudolph.
Rudolph Mickey.
And Christmas Mickey on the bottom left with green and red. And green and red in the top left and yellow in the bottom right. There's another one of the striped pants. We also have green shorts and blue shorts on the cup. We have Steamboat Willie that's like a blue-gray. We have blue-gray shorts. We have a product that Mickey, I guess, endorsed, which was aqua blue shorts and aqua blue shorts at the top. None of this was in my past. None of this was part of my reality. The Steamboat Willie, you could argue, well, they colorized the black and white cartoon. Okay, but not the other ones. I think Brian stepped away. Guys, I am recovering from a nasty virus. So if I have to mute to cough, just give you a heads up. So white shorts, red buttons, pink shorts with pink buttons, blue with gold, and all white. I think that might be a black and white figurine though. Not sure. And now we're going to get into Donald Duck, who's also affected by this variation. We have Donald Duck in red with black, green with red and gold, yellow Donald Duck again, and Mickey with blue shorts and yellow shoes. Oh, and gold gloves. This one's interesting because the bottom half of Donald is yellow, but the top half is white. And someone drew Mickey with blue shorts. So we have a pretty normal looking Mickey here. Oh, that's just residue of the Uncle Sam hat. But we have a yellow Donald Duck in red and white. And a Silly Symphonies with a, it looks like Bugs Bunny, but this is Disney, I thought. In brown and white. Welcome, Hanabi.
How are we doing with the Facebook? Is anyone keeping up with Facebook live chat?
There wasn't anyone in there.
Really?
Except for us, yeah. Probably because we've never had a live show in there.
Yeah, this is interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure later it will probably have views. Hopefully.
You notice we don't have that StreamYard branding at the top, don't we?
No, we don't. So nice. Good to be back. Hi, Michael Fontaine.
All right, so now we're going to be talking about the Clement C. Moore poem that you all are familiar with.
Yes, this is the last of Christmas. It's the last folder. Finally be done with Christmas. All right, everyone. To close out the Christmas season, the famous poem by Clement C. Moore has changed again. And I'm curious to know what you remember. Hey, no problem. Thank you for being here. First, in your memory, what is the title of the poem? So the one that starts out with, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse." What is the title of the poem that you remember? Oh, that's a bad pairing for a Leo, Doblor. Happy Sun in Capricorn and full moon in Cancer. The night before Christmas says Mandela affected.
The night before Christmas is
I thought it
Mandela.
was twas the night. No, yeah, it was the night before Christmas, but it always starts out twas the night before Christmas.
Interesting. What were you saying, Esther? Can you see the chat?
Yep. Yeah, it was saying Mandela affected and Hot Pockets and Mandanimal and Anita all said the night before Christmas.
Interesting.
And Lori the night before Christmas. I thought it was twas the night before Christmas, but I don't know.
I did too, but it's not. It's not at all. It's actually all of the above. We can move on, Brian. Rudy P says the night before.
Okay.
Yeah, I always thought it was twas the night before Christmas, and I'm not even a fan of it.
Mm-hmm. The poem is called A Visit from St. Nicholas. I can't say if this is a Mandela effect, but there are alternate titles including A Visit from St. Nick, Twas the Night Before Christmas, and The Night Before Christmas. Like, if you look it up, it says that the official poem is called A Visit from St. Nicholas, also known as, and then it lists all the other ones. So it's all of the above.
That's weird. I just remember, like, being a kid in school, and it was twas the night before Christmas was the name of the book that they
I
had.
agree with you, 100%.
That was the
I
only
agree.
time I ever got it read, because my dad would probably burn that book.
You can go on, Brian.
Okay.
So the interesting part is, this is 100% a Mandela effect for me. Multiple title cards before the final poem title in the recreation of the original. So this is, the original only had 2 copies. The first mass-produced copy is what you're looking at here. And when you open up the book, it starts out with Santa Claus, period. Then the next page is Santa Claus visits, period. Then Visit from Santa Claus is after Visit from St. Nicholas. They don't even know what the title is. And they just added like 4 titles to the same book. It's ridiculous. And none of them are Twas the Night Before Christmas or The Night Before Christmas.
Hi, Anita.
I believe it, Joe. I believe it. I hope you're feeling better soon. Go on, Brian. So here's the real question. This is the very end of the poem. Please fill in the blanks with the words you remember. And away they all flew like the down of a thistle, but I heard him exclaim, blank he blank out of sight, blank Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So there's 3 blanks. But I heard him exclaim, blank he blank out of sight, blank Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know.
If you don't know all the blanks, just answer the blanks you know.
Unfortunately, I don't know any of them. Last time I heard it, I think I was in 6th grade.
Understandable. Do you see anything happening in Brian's chat?
Just said, I think, as Road Mary. I'm not sure if that's an answer. Exclaim as he rode out of sight and Merry Christmas to all. Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
So, as rode Mary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ere he drove merry or maybe happy before he went out of sight. Rudy doesn't remember. So Mandela affected of is the only word he can remember.
Wait, you can. That's right. You can see them in both chats, but I can't. Okay. I wonder if
Yours
it's an.
says,
I think
okay.
it's an iOS thing because Jeff can't see them either. We're both on iOS. It's
I'm
probably
just on my laptop.
that's what I'm saying. It's probably why we can't see everybody in the same chat is iOS.
Wait, how are you able to see? Are you seeing them from the studio,
Yeah,
Hester?
yeah.
Okay, that's what it
I have to
is.
get on my phone to get into the actual chat, and my
Can
phone's
you
charging.
see? Can you see mine where I'm saying hi, Teresa? Hi, Sandy. You see those?
Yep. So your mom, Anita, said as he dashed out of sight in Mary. Lori says as blank Mary. And Alone's watching The Grudge. Don't think that's the words.
What do you guys remember? Did we ever validate this, Sandy?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I remember after I show you what it is, which is the next slide. As soon as you switch it. This makes no sense. This poem was written on December 23rd, 1823. He never said drove in my past. Ear means before, so before he drove away or drove out of sight. And happy Christmas. These do not match my memory. For me, it was, but I heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Well, that sounds more familiar than drove out of sight. Why would he say
It
drove?
does. Why would you say drove? Yeah.
Yeah, he's driving a car. He's driving a sleigh in 1823.
Yeah, flying sounds like appropriate too, and it does sound familiar. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to pick out the words, obviously. Like I said, I haven't heard it in like 20 something years. No, longer than that.
So here is a genealogist's Christmas Eve, and they tweaked it for their profession. So that's why there's a line through that part. But they say, and I heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight, Merry Christmas, good night. But all the words I remember are there. Dash, I could go with Dash as well, Mandela affected. Yes, he's flying with his reindeer, Hannity.
Yeah, not drove. Driving.
Could have drive off the roofs, like the Santa Claus.
Yeah. Oh, if I was a kid and I heard that, I'd be like, what? Drive? You don't drive a sleigh. That would have confused me as a kid. I'd be like, I have questions.
Yeah, so ear, it's ear. Did I say what it is now? It's ERE, he drove out of sight. But I heard him exclaim, ear, he drove out of sight. But ear means before. That's the old English for before. So it's before he drove out of sight, but the words are actually ERE. Absolutely not. Does anyone remember ERE?
No.
So here we have mixes. We have sped out of sight, but everything else is correct on the bottom left. On the top left, and I heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight. On the top right, as, but also drove. And on the bottom right, we have ear he drove, but Merry Christmas, like I remember.
So some people are saying yes, ERE, the Mandela. Rudy is what I remember. And Mandela Affected said nope. Mandanimal said it was drove, I tell you.
I don't remember drove. Here we have as he drove, Merry. And I heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight, like I remember, is in the top right. In the middle, exactly what I remember. Heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight, Merry Christmas to all and to all, good night. And the bottom right is the Dark Knight comic book, and Merry Christmas is at the top, but Happy Christmas is at the bottom. But As He Flew Out of Sight is also there as well. Which is why these are orange slides and not green slides, because they're all mixed up. I agree. Happy Christmas is something they say in the UK. But the ones I always read said Merry Christmas.
Was he from UK? I don't know who wrote it.
It is Clement Seymour.
Wait, Teresa says no one can see her comments on there, but I see it.
I see her comments.
Yeah, I see your comments.
Okay, she
I
just had a
don't.
sad face or something. She said no one sees my comments.
I don't see her comments in the show, but I see them on Facebook.
We'll say Facebook user for the show.
Clement Seymour is from New York. Born in New
Okay.
York, died in Rhode Island.
Why would he say Happy Christmas then?
No idea. No
We don't
idea.
say that here in America.
I've never heard anybody say Happy Christmas.
Who's
That
Facebook
sounds
user?
weird.
Is that Teresa?
Somebody just said hi.
I have no idea. It could
Yes,
be
Teresa.
someone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Teresa. I just went inside. I said hi, and that's exactly what she just said. But yeah,
Okay.
like I said, when
looks
when
like-
I comment, it also says Facebook user as well.
Looks like some anonymous character.
Yeah, when I comment too, it does the same thing. So
So,
That's
Esther
funny.
or Jeff, would you guys like to read the next one? One of you?
Yeah, I'll read it.
we'll eventually have to get my laptop charger. Yeah, Happy Christmas. Yeah, I've only heard it in like British TV shows.
Yeah, I'm actually working off of a Chromebook here. Believe it or not, guys. Chromebook. All right, there we go.
Jeff, do you need help with the name?
No, I think I got it.
All right.
All right. Credit Naira. Naira has been listening to our shows for years. Thank you, Naira. Above is the message I received earlier this week about Taco Bell medium sauce. I found medium Taco Bell sauce, always thought it was just mild, but now I'm wanting to try the medium. That's no longer at the Taco Bell. I remember Brian McFarland saying he couldn't get medium on the Christmas live stream you were in. I'm Naira. I've been watching this for years. The Mandela Effects.
Grand Tour Richard says, even us Aussies say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Anita says A Christmas Carol, but I thought A Christmas Carol was British.
Well,
It depends
Naira,
where it's from, I guess. That one's been well, no, Charles Dickens. Yeah, he's British. He's from Cardiff, right? Or something like that.
Yes.
I only remember that because I'm a Doctor Who fan, and Charles Dickens was in that. He fought off ghosts on Christmas.
Yeah, Jeff.
all right. Well, Naira has never had the medium sauce. She clearly remembers it being an option at Taco Bell. But the really interesting part is not only does Walmart sell the medium sauce, but others remember the packet option as well.
So really quickly before we go on, does anyone remember packets of medium sauce at Taco Bell? I'm talking about back in like the 80s or the 90s. Does anyone remember medium sauce being a thing? Yes or no in the chat.
Didn't you know what Taco Bell was then?
So Mandela Affected says yes. Hanabi says yup. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It was a thing, says Mandela Affected.
Yep. No for Anita. No for Greg. Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't know anything at all about. I don't eat any of the sauce.
Me either.
I don't either.
Super plain. I don't even do salsa with my tacos.
I don't even eat Taco Bell, let alone the sauce.
I rarely eat Taco Bell. I mean, it's extremely rare. Like once every couple of years, so I eat Taco Bell. No mild, hot, and fire. Mad.
This person claims to have just watched a video where one was delivered.
You have to read the comments, Jeff.
Okay. My friend sent me this TikTok of a guy delivering one Taco Bell medium sauce packet. I thought it was a lie until I went on DoorDash and was able to order one packet. Apparently, the guy forgot sauce from his first order, so he paid like $8 for one sauce packet.
Oh my gosh.
So he supposedly just watched a TikTok where someone had one Taco Bell medium sauce delivered. Okay, Jeff.
When you start reading the comments, it really starts to sound very Mandela. People remembering it in detail and others telling them that they are wrong.
You just have to read the highlighted parts.
Okay, that's good because I can't read the other. Was there ever a medium sauce? Anybody remember the Taco Bell medium sauce packets?
I'll read the top real quick. It says, was there ever a medium sauce? For some reason, I clearly remember there being a medium sauce at Taco Bell around 10 years ago. But no one else I talk to knows what I'm talking about. Am I crazy or is this true? So people are remembering it and no one else does that they talk to. Sounds very Mandela. All right, Brian, next slide.
No, it was definitely a medium sauce.
Mustard Seed of Faith. I don't know how much longer. We've only been on for 42 minutes, so we started late. Sorry, I just want to comment on her. Want to know when we're ending?
I think we're on 3 out of 7. We got 7 total to go through tonight. Or was it 8? It was 8. Go ahead.
So this person says, sorry, Brian.
That's fine. It's just that you were reading. It's just there was different ones here, different conversations as shown here, like on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe it's a Mandela effect. There was definitely a medium, someone says.
Yeah.
Never heard of a medium. Someone else says Taco John's, however, does have a mild medium hot sauce.
Never heard of Taco John's.
Me either.
I have.
You're welcome.
But somebody says here, Flying Pharmacist says, I don't have any pictures, but I remember the progression went mild, medium, hot. Then when the fire was released, they dropped medium. I was bummed because that was my go-to many times when I was growing up and I couldn't take the spice of hot. This happened well before 2009, like 90s or before. And then someone says, been working there 28 years and we've never had medium. See, this is like sparking a whole internet thing right now.
So, yeah, and the craziest part is that last person was like, their go-to sauce was medium.
Yeah, I definitely had a medium. There was mild, medium, and hot, and then there was fire. That's what I remember.
And if it was their go-to sauce, obviously they're going to remember it. I mean, they're not going to forget that.
So this one's, I do remember these when I was little in New Jersey. There definitely was a medium. It went away when fire was introduced. Edit, maybe not. I tried to find evidence and found nothing. I could have made it up. And that's how we all acted before finding the Mandela effect.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, you're in the river of denial, and you know, denial is a river in Egypt.
When this person at the top says it exists, LOL, They're referring to the medium sauce in the jar at Walmart. If you click that link, it takes you to Walmart. And she goes, in early 2000s, my kid was under 5 and asked what it was. I said, if you say a bad word, I'll show you how it works. See if you like it. But it definitely does, and yes, did back then. Wow, probably 20 years ago since I remember seeing it. Another person says, I didn't have any pictures, but I remember the progression went mild, medium, hot. Then when fire was released, they dropped medium. I was bummed. Then never heard of it, but I worked drive-through at Taco Bell, and people ask for medium a lot. And I've had medium mean mild, hot, and fire, so I don't know what they mean when they say it. Then someone says that
Okay.
they've never seen it, but it could be a test area. And then another person says this should be in our Mandela effect. All right, Jeff, go ahead.
According to Taco Bell, medium sauce was never sold in packets in the USA. I tried to reach them to see if they are sold in other parts of the world, but the hold time was almost 5 hours, 242 minutes, so we may be calling them live on air in the future.
You
Hey
hear that,
guys,
Brian?
yes. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
I don't know if they. Please tell me you remember Doritos Tacos Locos.
Yes.
Look at the label. It says Doritos Locos Tacos. It's backwards.
Oh, wait a minute, Brian. No, I think it was Doritos Locos Tacos.
No, so you just pulled a Smith on me. It was Doritos.
No, I'm going by the Spanish. I'm going by. It's Crazy Tacos, not Tacos Crazy. You understand?
No, Doritos Tacos Locos is how they say it in Spanish.
I'm not even aware of that flavor.
You never had it? It tastes like Doritos. Is anybody in the chat with me here? Does anybody remember Doritos Tacos Locos?
Spanish? Because I'm pretty
I had
sure
it once, so I
it's
don't.
Crazy Taco. Locos Tacos, Crazy Taco. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think they would.
No.
This is backwards.
No. This is totally wrong here. It was Doritos Tacos Locos, not Locos Tacos.
I'm gonna just Google with the translate Spanish to English.
Come on, guys. Anyone with me here?
I don't remember. I ordered them once. For my daughter
Locos
like a year ago.
Tacos. Crazy Tacos, Brian, is Locos Tacos. Now let me do Tacos Locos.
There's tons of residue out there.
All right, Brian, you know what? It's Crazy Tacos no matter what order you put it in.
Yeah, but it was always Doritos Tacos Locos. There's even Pinterest stuff dealing with it, you know? I'm telling you, this has to be another Mandela we might have found.
Rudy remembers Tacos Locos. And I did too at first, but I said no.
No,
Spanish class is telling me it's the other way around.
No, Spanish always says the adjective always comes after the noun. So in Spanish, so it would be Doritos Tacos Locos.
I don't know
Well,
why
we'll
it
look
says
into it for
I've
next
never had it, but Doritos
Yeah,
Tacos
save that
Locos.
one for next week then.
Frank Nunez says it would be Tacos Locos in Spanish. He speaks Spanish.
There we go. Thank you. And thank you, Grand Tour Richard. I just saw that you said you could translate. He agrees.
Doritos Tacos Locos, right? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Tacos Locos.
That's what I said. All right. So, Jeff, you got this one?
Yeah.
All right. You see the screen?
Yeah, now I see it. Do any of you remember medium sauce packets at Taco Bell? Regardless, it's clear that Nahira is not alone in this and has all the hallmarks of a true Mandela effect.
I think it is. I think it's Mandela.
I agree.
I think so too.
Esther, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah, I can do it.
Anavi says, never had it, but Doritos Tacos Locos sounds right.
Yeah, it was Doritos Tacos Locos, and now it's different.
Mandela Effect that says medium is an English word. How could they not have it in America? True. But I actually looked up the difference between mild and medium. Mild is considered no spice, and medium is considered the teeniest amount of spice. Okay, now this one's bothering me, but I may be alone on this, so go ahead, Esther.
In 1985, the Coca-Cola Company reformulated Coke in a response to their war with Pepsi Cola. Of the images of the next slide, which design matches closest to your member of the new Coke? 1, 2, or 3?
So whichever matches closest, because you got to remember I drew 2 of these. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact. Just which one's closest? Next slide, Brian, so they can see the options. So here are your options. 1 is on the top, 2 is in the middle, 3 is on the bottom. 1, 2, or 3. Which one matches closest to your memory of New Coke? Hi, Jency. Welcome. Everyone who's on my channel tonight is getting a wrench.
So 1 for Ruby, 1 for Jency, or 2. Sorry, he said 2. Greg for 2. I'm not exactly sure. I want to say 2, but I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't look super familiar. I want to say it's number 2. That looks the most familiar.
Okay.
I probably I just
By the way, in the Facebook group, I just posted a poll on the Doritos Tacos that we just talked about. So if you guys who are in the group, please go ahead and vote. If you'd like to become part of Teresa Lynch's group, me and Mandela Reality Residue Hunters, just be sure to answer all the questions when you apply, okay?
Yeah, because we will not accept unless you answer all of the questions. It's so many people that don't answer.
There's only 3 questions. It's not that hard.
Yeah, especially if you agree with the admin rules. That is very important. We need you to do that.
See, I do want to say something.
Yeah.
If you watch Stranger Things, it's possible to get an update because this was featured in Stranger Things season 3.
Yeah, I
Which
never
one?
watched that. I haven't watched the other ones.
New Coke was featured, Brian, in season 3 of Stranger Things.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a new Coke.
So TD Madge 1.
I'm kind of saying 2 here. I feel like in the middle is where I'm.
So 1 and 2 seems to be.
I say 2 on this one.
Well, it makes me feel a little better that it's between 1 and 2 because 3, I just threw together based off Diet Coke. So we can go on, Brian. It's split, but it is split more for the current reality.
More for 2.
Mm-hmm. That is the current reality, and that is totally wrong for me.
Yeah, like I said, that one just looks the most familiar, but then again, I don't drink Coke, so.
Okay, Brian. I'm going to explain my reasoning for you guys in a minute.
Oh, that looks weird. Now it's sideways. It looks weird. All right. I don't think my drawing is exact, but the can that matches closest to my memory is number 1. Currently, sorry, my son is moving around. Currently, it's can number 2, which is completely wrong. Then the The way new is written, it makes it look like Coke is an entirely new product, not the name of the soda, New Coke. Yeah, it does make it look like it's a new product.
Yeah.
A better way to word it, it was New Coke, not New Coke. I only found one piece of residue, a Keith Haring painting. New Coke.
Never had an exclamation point on it for me though. It was just New Coke, not New Coke.
Yep.
Aww.
At least for a short time, the Coca-Cola Company used stickers instead of the new Coke can design. Do you remember these stickers on the bottles? I also have no memory of these existing. Yeah, the new taste. I could see that.
You have a wrench down analog line? Jency, you already know you're talking.
Sorry, I was reading the comments as well as trying to read the page. Also, has anyone ever heard of Coke 2? That's a new one. This was sold in the U.S. beginning in Atlanta and then eventually sold nationwide in 1993. I have no memory of them re-releasing New Coke as Coke 2. Do you remember?
Does
No.
anybody remember Coke 2?
I don't remember that.
And I lived in Florida around that
Me
time.
either.
So I don't remember that.
I was in
No,
high
this
school.
is so crazy.
So if it was around like Atlanta and stuff, I would have seen it because I would have been around Georgia and Florida and all of that. So I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But how many years were they sold? Is just
Just a little over a year. It failed again.
No.
It was New Coke.
no.
Nope. I'm saying nope. I have another question. True or false? Canned Coke comes in a plastic bag.
True or false,
What?
everyone? 50-50. If you don't know, you can guess. 50-50. True or false? Canned soda, not even Coke, soda comes in a plastic bag. True or false?
False. You have to put it in the bag.
Say false for Brian. Esther, Jeff.
What?
Huh? Wait, what?
Just confused. What plastic bag? Where's the plastic bag come in?
He's like, you have to put it in the plastic bag. He's like, what?
That's what I said. You have to put it in the plastic bag. It doesn't come in
Once
it.
you buy it, then you can have paper or plastic. But they come in
I don't.
boxes.
Wait, hold on, wait. Rudy P says, I don't understand. Neither did I. And I'm guessing most of you don't. You're going to understand shortly. I believe this is a Mandela.
False
Just
for me.
Yeah, false for me.
All right, let's play the video. Let's play the video.
You know aluminum cans have a plastic liner on the inside?
Yeah, I heard about
Not gonna
this.
lie,
I heard about
I'm
this.
curious to see what that looks like. Let's go. We're going to start by making a sodium hydroxide.
Sandy, I
gas.
saw this video.
Okay, they haven't. Let them watch it.
We're going to scuff up the outside of the can with a little sandpaper and then immerse it in the sodium hydroxide bath. The reaction is between sodium hydroxide and aluminum, which liberates hydrogen gas, the bubbles you see here. It just fell over. Something happened. What? This experiment was totally worth it. Share it with someone who needs a little science in their life.
Every can of soda is lined with plastic. It's essentially soda in a plastic bag. Did anyone know this?
No.
Besides Brian, who saw this.
Yeah, I saw this. His Instagram came up on my feed. And unless, did you send me this?
I probably did. What I'm saying to
think
you
you
is,
did.
prior to me showing you, did you know this?
No, I didn't know this.
Oh my god.
No
Well,
idea.
yeah, Teresa's just said WTF. That is what, and Mandela Effect it is what? Wait, it gets weirder because now I have proof. People claim they can taste the metal in the soda. Well, we have another video coming up. Next slide, Brian.
All right, let me read this one. Do you want me to just read what's in the red up on top?
Yeah, just reading the red and then the words, then we'll play the clip.
Okay. There's always a thin plastic layer coating inside the drink cans to protect the food or liquid and to protect the cans from corrosion. The reason to prevent corrosion makes complete sense, but I have never known this, and some people swear they can taste the metal even when drinking through the straw.
So go ahead, Ryan. This is from It's a Southern Thing.
That one tastes. I taste a lot more carbonation without. I feel like that's canned. I'm getting that little hint of aluminum there, which I think it's a vitamin. That's gonna be good for you.
Hint of aluminum, even though it's totally surrounded in plastic.
I like that aluminum. I think that's a vitamin.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think aluminum was a vitamin.
Wait. Grand Tour Richard makes a great point. Aluminum doesn't corrode, WTF. This is a Mandela. I'm sorry. It is. There's no way. I've never heard of this. And then how do you recycle these? How? How do you recycle the cans with the plastic inside? Anyway, go ahead.
How long were they supposedly been in the plastic?
That's another thing. How does the plastic not degrade if you have the cans for a while?
I'm just confused.
Wouldn't the plastic corrode? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
All right. Taste for Coca-Cola. It's better than ever. Finally, since we are talking about Coke, I thought I'd share this new residue I found.
Now, question. Could it be that the bar going across saying new was in front of Coke at the bottom and not at the top of the can so that it read new Coke without the exclamation point? I think it might be. That might be, because I found this after I created the cans. I think it may have looked like that without the exclamation point, where new was before Coke, not new exclamation point on top of the Coke can, which makes it look like a new product. But anyhow, here we have some dashes, including the actual logo with a dash in the paper. Oh, Teresa, you're the only one without a wrench. Let me fix that. That's fixed. Teresa has a wrench now.
I'm just thinking too, like we watched the movie Twister, and remember that all of the cans of soda they had to cut up.
Yeah.
All of the cans to make those little things. None of them had plastic on them, and that was the early 90s.
Very good point, Esther. Good job. That's a good one. Yes, there were no pieces of plastic flying around.
Yeah, and it was definitely when they cut through it, there was nothing in between the layers.
No.
I've watched that movie so many times.
If it's there now, I'm gonna freak though.
I actually can rewatch that movie. It just popped up on my thing. It's free now for me to watch, so I'm gonna watch that movie again. I have off tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch it.
Another good point for Mandela Effect. So now we have to consider there possibly being microplastics in the soda, in addition to all the other stuff.
Oh yeah. I try not to do too much stuff with plastic if possible, but it's hard because our world is full of plastic. I have to find my phone or my laptop charger.
And actually, Brian, Esther, and Jeff, if you get a chance, comment in my live chat so I can give you wrenches. If you get a chance. But Esther, continue, please. I'm sorry. We're on the next slide, Brian.
Okay.
Actually, I got a can of soda right here. I want to pull it apart now. I just found my old can that's been sitting here, and I'm like, now I
Just
want to
be careful. That opening can be really sharp.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna do it right now because if I cut myself, for me at least, the design is wrong, and the plastic in the soda can could also be an ME. But as usual, I'm curious what you think. Are there any of these changes from your past?
Oh, Jeff already has a wrench.
Yep.
I'm trying to walk and talk at the same time here and read.
Oh yeah, you gave me that wrench before I even knew you. When
I
was
did.
just in the chat. I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the Merry Christmas, Happy New Year stream. Since you're all here to support me last minute, y'all get wrenches.
Have to see if
We
I
didn't
can.
tell anyone we were doing this. What's next, Brian?
I have to put my.
You want to read,
I'm gonna
Brian?
mute myself. Hold on.
Sure. This one's
Thank you,
about the
Jen.
Chinese Zodiac.
Yes. We touched on this last week, and I said I was going to put it together, and I did.
Yep. So Sandy recently looked at the Chinese Zodiac and saw two things that she's never seen before that could be possible Mandela effects. So, question number one, is it your full birth date or just the birth year that determines your Chinese zodiac sign?
So birth date or birth year in the chat. What do you remember? There you are, Esther. Esther is wrenched.
That's why I had to go on mute. I had to go on mute. I did the other one. I was like, I didn't want you guys to have to hear it. I have
So
two
Rudy
YouTubes going.
says, Rudy says year. Mandela Affected says year. Analog Lime says year only. Jen C. Torday says year. Grand Tour Richard says full birth date. Birth year, says Joe Bloor.
Birth year for me.
Yeah, for me, it was
Esther?
always just your year, not what your month was. Because whenever we went to the Chinese restaurants, they would always have a year. They didn't say what month.
Right.
Brian?
No, it's always the year.
There you go. Mustard seed of faith. Never saw that before. And the weird part is, the corner store is run by a woman from China. And not this part, but the second part I'm going to ask you, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. That's strange. She was born in China. And Grand Tour Richard just talked about the second part that Tina has no idea about. Are you sure you're a monkey, Analog Line?
I can't remember what I am anymore.
Fizzy's very upset because Fizzy switched from a pig to a dog.
You think she'd want to be a dog, not a pig?
Pig is supposed to be the luckiest sign of the Chinese zodiac.
Oh, I don't remember what I was. I don't remember.
All right, we can go on, Brian, so we can show them that the month matters.
Okay, do you remember the years of the Chinese zodiac having an elemental influence?
So I know Richard does. Does anyone else remember the years of the Chinese zodiac having an elemental influence? Maybe Mustard Seed does? Mandela Affected says no. Richard says, well, I was a metal pig. I found out 30 years ago and haven't checked since. You would have to be born in January, February, or March for your sign and element to change. No, well, your element's based on your year. So you're definitely
Oh,
metal.
I'm a pig.
That's good then. I'm fiery, fire straight across the board. I'm Leo. I'm a dragon, and my element is fire. It's all fire.
I'm Aquarius. What is that? A water, earth sign? Water. What is that?
Aquarius is air.
Air. It's
A lot
air.
of people think Aquarius is water, but it's
It
air.
was water. It was water, and now it's air.
Yeah, I always remember it being water, but I guess that's Pisces, is it?
Yes, it's a fish. But Aquarius is the water bear. So explain that. It's not the air bear. It's the water bear. And Aquarius is now a man. There's always a female. All right,
I could
go ahead, Brian.
Yep. In my past, your sign was only determined by the year you were born. Year of the Tiger, 2022. But now the date can be equally important depending on your birth month. For example, a child born January 14th, 2023 would be a 2022 tiger, not a 2023 rabbit. Yeah, so it doesn't coincide with the first of the year. The Chinese New Year isn't until when? February 1st, right?
No, it changes every year.
Oh, it does. That's
It's
confusing.
a different date. Yes, it's very confusing.
That is very confusing.
I don't like this either. Go ahead.
All right. So, frequently represented as a pentagram, each year is designated with 5 elemental influences: water, earth, fire, wood, or metal or gold, giving additional personality traits to those born during that year. I've never heard of this. Have you?
And Richard, you could be gold. Some of them say gold instead of metal.
I was born in the year of the monkey. Could this just be a case of us not looking beyond the placemats and menus, assuming it's just based on the year only? Or could this be a possible change to the Chinese zodiac and our reality? Interesting.
I've never heard. Ever of the elements.
No, definitely not elements. No.
I just looked it up. When I went by my month and everything, I'm out now. Water dog. I'm a dog. I'm not a pig.
Just like Fizz.
Huh.
Like who?
You're born
Fizzy.
1st to February
Fizzy
12th.
was a pig, and because of her birth date, she's now a dog. And she says, it's blasphemous, and she's still a pig, and she doesn't care what it says. She's a pig. All right. In the 1980s, the mall was the place to be, and many had at least one music store, sometimes 2. Like I had a Tower Records outside and this store inside, and we need to talk about it. Next slide, Brian. There should be one music store, but please fill in the blank word on the storefront. Sam, what? What do you remember the second word being if you know this store that was in the United States and the UK? So, I'm sorry, Richard, not in Australia. So, Rudy P says Goodies. Analog Lime and Hanabi say Goody. Brian, Esther, Jeff, if you want to chime in, feel free.
Sam Goody.
Sam Goody.
Not 100% either way. I want to say Goody, but I'm not sure. It might be Goodies.
Eddie Van Keen is here, and he says Goodies with an IES. So does Jency.
I mean, if you want to go by I think there's a name like that, like a store brand, and it's GOODYS.
Hey, Sandy.
Yes.
In my notes, I accidentally wrote Sandy Goodies.
No. Not before the next folder. How dare you? It's okay, analog line. I'm just asking people what they remember. It's okay. All right, we can move on. So there's a second question. Is anyone checking Brian's chat? I can't
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
I'm reading it. Sam Goodies. Sorry, I thought you were reading the same chat. I forget we're on different chats now. Yeah, Philip, I said Goody, Eddie Goodies, Jency Goodies, Philip,
You can see both. I can't. Remember? I can't see Philo. Philo's in Brian's chat.
yeah, our Rudy Goodies, Pecan Sandies. Preliminal says Sam Goody. Mandela affected. Says, I recognize the storefront, but I have a recall of the name Sam Goodies and or the S sounds right.
All right, guys. Before you move on, I have one more question to ask. What was their slogan? Blank got it.
Yep, Goody got it.
Okay, so it's Goody for you. Okay.
Goody.
Goody.
Interesting.
Philip, it's also streaming on Sandy Diva's channel as well as the Facebook, Teresa's Facebook group. It's also live streaming there as well. So 3 places. We're all live streamed. So we're trying to keep all the chat straight.
Only if you're on a laptop can you see all of the chat at once. When on Jeff and I are on iOS, and we can only see the chat of the room we're in. So I'm on my own channel and can only see the people in my chat.
I'm trying to keep track of Facebook and Brian, so that way.
Actually, Esther, since you can see the whole chat, can you please read everybody's answers?
Yeah. Hey, I've been reading it. Goody's got it. Teresa said weave. I'm not sure if I guess that's the answer for that. Joe says, got it. Mandanimal says Goody. Joe says Goody got it. Oh, you're welcome, Philip.
I have hiccups.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of Brian's and Lizette as well as Facebook. So I figured you have yours covered, Sandy. So
I do. It's just that you're seeing both. You're seeing Joe and Rudy, Mustard Seed of Faith, Richard, and Jency, and Analog Line, and Eddie, and that's all I see. I don't see Philo. Right now. I don't see Mandanimal because Mandanimal jumped to Brian's.
Joe Blore says Gotti got it.
Got it. All right, we can move on.
Teresa says Goody. So she remembers that.
So for me, I think it's on my screen. The store is always Sam Goody, and it is still Sam Goody, but many remember Sam Goodies, as you saw in the chat. And at least this one store, there was a Sam Goodies sign, but the store has always been called Sam Goody. So officially it's Sam Goody, but for some reason this store had a Sam Goodies sign.
I hope I didn't block you full of fire. I know there was one night where I fell asleep and I accidentally did some stuff. That was a while ago.
But the slogan has 10,000% changed for me. For me, it was always Goody's got it. But now it's Goody got it, like most of you remember. So for me, the store was Goody, but the slogan was Goodies. Goody's got it. Always. Goodies. Always. For me. So obviously Goody is going to be in red because it was not like this for me. This is completely wrong.
Goody got it. That's one for Sam Goofy.
So I have a video clip here.
Hard to read that. Something got it.
I think this is low, Brian. It's from the 90s.
Yeah, you may see if you have to boost these before, because I used to have a browser thing that would boost it. I don't know what happened to it. All right. Let me try to play this again. Say Goody got it.
We can't hear anything, Brian. It's like whispering. We can hear the harmonica. It's fine. I'm just showing you that it says Goody got it. It's not like, some reveal where they're going to say goodies. I'm just showing you the current reality, so it's fine.
All right.
So now here, I want to point something out. Why wouldn't they say Sam Goody perfects the art of listening? They say Sam Goodies perfects the art of listening. So those of you that remember Sam Goodies, I would say it's residue. Because Sam Goody fits perfectly there, and they still added the X. So orange, because it wasn't goodies for me, but here's goodies residue as well. Mm-hmm. Spin magazine to Sam Goodies. The police. Oh, who's playing music?
Sorry.
Still saying I'm a Facebook user. Doesn't show my face. It is weird to see the Facebook. Like I go to Facebook and I comment over there and it shows up in the chat here. It's just very interesting.
Yeah, Brian, there's a lot of stuff here. We didn't get to the green ones yet. Brian, you're putting
Yes.
music on my channel.
Sorry.
So this is the whole thing is the same. It's a Sam Goody CD that says Goody's got it right on it, like I remember. GRP and Sam Goody present Goody's got it in jazz. And a lot of people remember
I kind of think
Goody's
it was
got
Sam.
it.
It might actually be Goody's got it, Sandy. You might be right there.
Well before Napster and LimeWire. I used to work at Sam Goody's. And this says Sam Goody's, Goody's got it. Goody's got it says so right in the picture. Except now it's Goody. Okay, Brian.
Yep. Okay.
So the top is a YouTube video. They write Sam Goodies, and then underneath they write Sam Goody's got it. This is exactly how I remember it. Sam Goody, Goody's got it. Just a lot of people remembering Goody's got it. Oh, and the flute song, Goody's got it, dub mix. It's a song you can go listen to on Spotify. Is that the last one?
Yep. That's the last
All right.
slide.
Are we on the last folder? Are we on the cucumbers?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, Jeff, you read this.
All right.
Esther, you don't want to read this. Okay. Oh wait,
Esther, don't
we
want to
should
read
wait.
this one?
But before we start, if you have any kids watching, I mean it's a vegetable. It's a vegetable, but I don't know. You may not want them to watch. That's all I
Yeah,
gotta say.
there's some innuendo there. You
There's
might not want the kids
innuendo,
to-
right? Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of a video I was watching yesterday.
Maybe it was the same one. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know.
It might be. Did it have to do with cucumbers?
Yeah.
Then yes, it was. It had to have been. All right.
Those are my reels.
You're up, Jeff.
All right.
Yeah, hold on real quick.
Brian, that music is too loud. I can make out words. I don't want to get a strike.
Wait, words? What words?
I hear music with words.
You hear that from the other room?
Yes. Sounds like The Wizard of Oz or something.
I can lightly hear something, but I can't really make it out.
No, I hear like little like kids' voices or something singing or something. Since Jeff is reading, just mute Brian. That's all.
Okay. All right, let's present.
All right. Waiting for it to come up. Here we go. While I can't call this a Mandela plant, I suspect it may be. It fits the obscene world we live in today that I believe is a Mandela effect of its own. Ain't that the truth?
I have a feeling Brian walked away.
I wish I had the ability to flip forward.
Oh, there we go.
Have you ever heard of the squirting cucumber?
Okay, so it's not
Is
the
this
same
a-
video.
It's not? Oh my
No,
goodness.
no, hold on. It's not a new one. Sandy, I talked about this before.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's got a presentation now, so credit
Okay.
Brian. All right, go on. No, next slide, Brian, is what we're saying.
Okay. Yeah, we talked about this one before, Sandy, on the show.
Not with me, Brian. It's probably before me.
The squirting cucumber, Ecbalium elaterium, is a herbaceous, is that what it says? Herbaceous plant in the gourd family. While it is a cucumber, it is toxic to humans and should never be eaten.
Yeah, Eddie remembers it when you presented it, but I've never seen this before. So you must have covered it before I was streaming with you.
They are indigenous to the Mediterranean area, but are an invasive species throughout green parts of the world, thanks to their extremely effective seed spreading. Here is why they are called squirting cucumbers. When ripe, the slightest touch will send them shooting off the stem at speeds of 85 miles per hour, shooting water and seeds far and wide.
I'm sure you all can use your imagination there.
The kid show.
Gosh. Hmm.
Oh,
Teresa would be going wild right about now, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I could understand why they are so invasive. Yeah.
Why have we never heard about these before?
Why have I never heard of this before when we already covered it?
I know. We covered this several years ago, like probably 2 or 3 years ago.
It was probably, no, I've been streaming with you longer than that. You probably covered this in 2017.
But we also covered it a second time.
Maybe in 2018, because I didn't start streaming with you till December of
Okay.
2018.
They come in many varieties, too. Have you ever heard of these or seen them before? Do you think this is a new Earth plant?
I think it's from Mars.
I've never seen it before, but
I've never seen it before either.
I'm glad I know about it now. Definitely don't eat them.
No, do not eat them.
Well, your parents always tell you to eat your veggies, you know?
Yeah, some veggies that you just don't eat.
Now, the wild cucumber actually looks like them. So, and they are edible, but I think they're very bitter.
I think I'll just
So
go to
you-
the grocery store.
Yeah, but the easiest way to tell is the seeds. A wild cucumber has normal cucumber seeds. They're, translucent to white, whereas the seeds are black. And they explode off the stem. So that too.
Yeah, if you flick it and it explodes in your face.
Yeah, don't eat it.
What is that then?
Ryan, music.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I've got the outro prepped. I'm just trying to get it over to my other computer.
Well, I want to say thank you to everyone who came over to my channel. Thank you to those who subscribed, because I have a few subscribers tonight. You guys are awesome, just showing up with like no warning whatsoever. And I haven't put anything on my channel in a year. That is going to change, obviously. We're going to start streaming here as well. And I may do separate shows. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, yes? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, and Brian, Esther, you guys are all welcome to join too. But Jeff got a laptop he wants to start streaming on his channel, my channel. So we're just going to be doing more stuff whenever we have time. So just look for random. I would say actually click the bell, because you never know when it's random when we do stuff on this channel, but it should be more often now that we're doing this, where should be every week. What am I saying? Every week there should be a stream on my channel. So thank you again for being here, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Say it. Okay.
Oh no, it's late and my brain just went back into the pickle thing. I had a joke that was related, and it's a family. Yeah, it's a fan.
You want to tell us after, Esther? All right. Well, it is late. We got to go, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Have a great Mandela Effect night, and God bless.
Good night, everyone.
Please
Good
don't
night,
forget
everyone.
to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.